Hello everyone, good morning. How are you all today? Good, I'm fine too, thank you. Okay, as previously explained, we are discussing one chapter in the book titled Techniques and Principles in Language Teaching, which cover various language teaching methods. We are from Group 7. Now we are going to present our material about Total Physical Response, or TPR for short. But before we come to the presentation session, let me introduce me and my friend. As you can see in our PowerPoint here, I think it's enough for the introduction. Let's come to the next session. Okay, the first thing is about what is the TPR. You can read and let me explain it. TPR is one method among others like the direct method, the audiolingual method, etc. However, TPR is categorized as an innovative method that was born from critics of traditional method. Even though it has some characteristic of traditional method, like teaching have a strong role at the beginning, its core principles are still considered modern and relevant today. Okay, and the comprehension approach consists of several methods. The first time is the natural approach by Crescent and Terrell. Number 2 is the learnable by Winnett and Reed. Number 3 is the lexical approach by Michael Lewis. Number 4 is total physical response by James Asher. Is the one we will examine in detail to see how the principles of the comprehension approach are put into practice. James Asher said the fastest way to understand a new language is to follow the teacher's command while moving, like the game Simon Says. And this has been applied to class of 35th grade elementary student in Sweden. Okay, for the next is step by step how a TPR class works. The first is the teacher explain the method. And then number 2, call for volunteer. Number 3, teacher demonstrate with basic command. Number 4, student practice. Number 5, the whole class join in. All students in the class are asked to perform the same commands, and they also can, even though they only watched before. Number 6, add new command in the next meeting. Number 7, make it random and fun. Number 8, make a new combination. Number 9, write at the end. And number 10 is the last. The plot twist a few weeks later when one of the students who usually just listen become the Simon and start giving commands to the teacher and the other student. She was finally ready to speak on her own language.
Total Physical Response, or TPR, is a language teaching method that uses commands to make students act, helping them connect language with meaning. At first, teachers give simple instruction and act together with students. Later, students perform the action on their own. An important feature is role reversal, where students give comments on the teacher or peers once they feel ready to speak. TPR also use action sequence, such as writing and mailing a letter, to show how language describes real-life procedures.
Okay, now I will explain about the principles upon which the teacher's behavior is based. Observation. Number 1. The teacher gives a comment in the target language and performs action with the students. The principle is made in the target language can often be conveyed through actions. Number 2. The students say nothing. The principle is the student's understanding of the target language should be developed before speaking. Number 3. The teacher gives the comment quiet quickly. The principle is students can initially learn one part of the language repeatedly by moving their bodies. Number 4. The teacher sits down and issues commands to the volunteers. The principle is the imperative is a powerful linguistic device through which the teacher can direct students' behavior. Number 5. The teacher directs students other than the volunteers. The principle is students can learn critical facing action as well as by performing the action themselves. And the next is the question to increase our understanding of total physical response. First, what are the goals of teachers who use TPR? Teachers who use TPR believe in the importance of having their students enjoy the experience of learning and communicate in another language. Number 2, what is the role of the teacher? What is the role of the students? Initially, the teacher is the director of our student behavior. The students are imitator of her non-verbal model. Number 3, what are some characteristics of the teaching or learning process? The first phase of the lesson is one of modeling. The teacher issues comments to a few students, then performs the action with them. Number 4, What is the nature of student-teacher interaction? What is the nature of student-student interaction? The teacher interact with the whole group of students and with individual students. Number 5. How are the feelings of the students dealt with? One of the main reasons TBR was developed was to reduce the stress people feel when studying other language. One of the primary ways this is accomplished is to allow learners to speak when they are ready. Forcing them to speak before then will only create anxiety. Also, when students do begin to speak, perfection should not be expected.
In conclusion, TPR focuses on understanding through action before speaking. It can be adapted to grammar, vocabulary, reading, and writing, making it flexible for both children and adults to learn language naturally through movement and interaction. Through movement and action, language learning feels alive. That's all from us about TPR. Thank you for your attention.